Hold me in place.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, can you see Annie? It's too dark. You can really see Annie on the street.
Hello.
I'm still really
She's even warm.
Yeah. It's so good. I can see it. Do you know it's like one of those pictures where you look at it and you can hear it. Like, oh my god, Snarky. Walk in the right room. David's dead. David's dead.
Baby, Jesus.
Walking my day.
Take a day
I
off.
love that he then had a tour called the David's Not Dead tour and then died on the tour.
Did he?
So
Oh no, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he was doing a thing called David's Not Dead and then he died.
Oh.
And I think he died of
Like some
cancer,
purge.
which
And
is
he
what
come in.
David Bowie died of. Because when
And he-
Angie Bowie was like,
Come on.
cancer.
Come on, baby.
Like,
Come
how
on,
did he
baby.
die?
Yes,
In the
he's a good
bedroom of the
baby.
other house.
You good baby.
Oh.
Who is the best baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, oh
No, he
yes.
gets so much attention.
You good baby.
Oh.
Yeah, you're so pretty. You're so pretty, my baby girl.
It's not that we choose the microphone. I don't think this is.
She has no ears.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. I don't think he's using this mic.
Yes.
I think I almost unironically love the rap in that song. It's so stupid. I got a book, but
It doesn't normally go high when you do it.
It's
Right.
cute, actually. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't have to have money.
the one from R.A.P. No, it's R.A.P.
We're on the stream, are we?
The R.I.P. one was like, "Can I make you call me daddy, even though you ain't my daughter?" It's still like the worst.
Like a
fucking
kiddie?
lyric.
Are you like a microphone?
R.I.P. by Rita Ora.
Yeah, with Penny. Oh my god, Dora.
Is that Rita Ora?
Featuring Tiny Temper.
Tiny Temper.
Tiny Tempura.
I was just gonna say.
That's it. Veg.
No.
She loves me the most.
You hate her the most.
I know.
It's just like a touch.
So happy to see you.
Right. Are we straight? We're on, aren't
You
we?
can't have this, bro.
It's for far away, bro.
Yeah, I can't really see myself.
Can we see when you end up leaning on your arm?
Come on, come on. We're a couple of little
I feel like
scenes.
if you lean on my arm, it gives me more
No.
support.
We can't see the chat. We can't see anything.
I can see. We can see the chat.
I'll read the chat to you.
No,
It's actually like support.
You know what I mean? Like, for the audience, like, we feel really far away.
I
We don't just go
know.
in like one.
It would help if we all shut the fuck
This very much looks like. This is like
That's
the
very well.
six of us noticed you from across the room.
Well, it's like hands-on action.
Hey!
A little bit of love.
Oh my god, it's like lads on tour.
Whoever's speaking will get the camera.
That's a lot of me. I don't like it.
Okay.
Actually,
Yo, it's your boy, Seafoam Soldier. Everyone, shut up.
This is gonna make everyone really dizzy.
guys, shut
Well, what
the
else are
fuck
we
up.
gonna do? No one watches anyway. It's your boy, Seafoam Soldier. Here today on location at the House of Drag. This place. Go on, guys, introduce
Cheers.
yourself.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay.
And Floppy Bob, hello.
Danny, sweet Danny C.
An extra sweet.
She took it to the next
I don't
level.
even know who I am anymore. This night says,
I'm Bracky.
Oh. Okay.
I've got her.
And this is Annie.
Film Annie, get her. Annie, sell it. Sell the product. Sell the garment. Yes, give it to them.
Yeah.
Give it to them. Work it, bitch. Yes.
Okay, if it starts, oh god, if it starts to make you feel ill, people, anyone who
We
who's
won't
watching,
I'm a natural gimbal. It's fine. I'm as
You
steady
know,
as
if
a.
you have epilepsy, just wing it. Just
yeah,
fucking
just
go
go
for
for
it.
it. Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Stand there.
Yes.
Okay, so we just watched episode 5.
It was
The
shit.
race.
Awful,
Rubbish.
crap, worst season ever.
That's what they came here for.
Exactly. So yeah, we're gonna go for our thoughts on it. That's it, really.
Is this the worst season of Drag Race we've ever
Yes.
had? It
It's
is,
just
right?
it's
Maybe,
slightly
yeah.
underwhelming.
It's
Yeah,
really,
I-
really bad.
And it's horrible because it's not the Queen's fault. It's just the format. It's
Queen's
the way
dead.
they've done the challenges.
Oh.
I think
It's
it's
not
a
the
shame.
Queen's fault if I had met Elizabeth.
Well, she's dead.
She's dead.
He said, wait, she's dead.
Elizabeth's dead.
She's dead. They told her to act her age, bitch. She died.
No,
Okay, Annie, fucking
it's
sit down.
not Queen Elizabeth's fault, but yeah.
It's Phillips.
It
Prince
sucks.
Charles is.
Why hey everyone, why does it suck? Let's all give a reason why this is not a good season.
I can
Better
give
than
reasons.
flying.
What?
Come on.
Okay,
That's what
so
we're here for.
short episode time. It all feels rushed. I'm not getting a good idea of how anyone's actually doing because of that in themselves emotionally. Also, I just don't really like any of the queens particularly. None of them are
Oh, that's a bit hard.
particularly
R.I.P. Anna-
for me. No, it's
Yeah.
personal, subjective.
No, you're not allowed.
For me personally, I don't think any of the queens are particularly exciting or have really gripped me in any way. So yeah, that's it for me.
She just wants to sit down.
Yes. What's reasons?
Reasons.
Thanks.
Giving me a million reasons.
Amelia Reasons.
I said, well, I the only thing I wouldn't say is that I don't like any of the. I like the.
Go on, who
queens.
you gonna stand? Who you
I
standing?
think-
Who you follow on Twitter or
Sasha.
Instagram?
I'm saying
Yeah,
Sasha.
Sasha's a good shout.
However, oh my god,
Go on.
oh my god,
Go on,
I have a day job. Can we not?
Curtain.
Can we
We've
not?
got a cut.
Anyways,
Kurt,
hi,
you alright?
hi,
Hey.
hey girl, hey. As I was saying, Annabelle, before you put your butthole in my face,
Is
I
that
like
for me?
Sasha. I like some of the queens, but we're not getting, enough time to fall in love with them. And also, I don't think they're using the right challenges at this point.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
that's
a big.
it.
That's a big.
Yeah,
thing for me.
like Snatch came in like what, week 3, week 2, week 3, with like
Yeah.
15 queens, like split over 2, like a big, like I think like it's really quite rushed for every queen. And also just I don't know what is there to look forward to for the rest of the season? Like what challenges are coming?
This
Yeah.
looks
It's a
like
slow
a badly
pan.
filmed.
This looks like this is
Right.
Blair Witch Project.
Yes,
but,
it
like,
really is.
Get off!
Get my snap,
Find my
like my
foot.
snotty
Please
nose. Get my
stop
snotty
this.
nose.
No, it's just it's. I think I don't know unless they really pull out some really interesting new challenges later in the season. It kind of feels like there's nothing that's been built up to. It's kind of just happened.
Yeah, because Snatch Game is normally the thing that kind of sustains you to halfway through.
Yeah,
And then it motivates you to the final, where it's like,
it feels like they're really kind of blowing their wad like really quickly, right?
Yeah.
Like Sugar Spice, like that storyline's almost completely exhausted already.
Yeah.
They've already done Snatch Game. They've already like worked through some other like bits and bobs. It's just, I mean, maybe the later half of the season will just be this incredible like turnaround where we've got 6 or 7 queens who we really love and it's really tense and there are stakes and storylines.
Absolutely not.
But I doubt it right now because it feels like such
I
a
ate
mishandling.
steak tonight. Sorry, you said steak, so it reminded me.
She's having steak tonight.
What is going on? Anyway, oh god, that's not my angle.
You're,
Can we put it back over there? Because I feel like this is a lot of.
no, this is fun.
We have people actually
Oh,
watching
if you-
who I think.
Kurt's
Oh,
into
keep-
it.
Kurt's
Kurt
keep
likes
the
it.
camera still.
Yeah. Oh, does he? Oh.
Well, I'm shocked you didn't do the makeover challenge yet.
Why am I here?
Because you're
Yeah,
the
the
big time soldier.
We have one.
What's
You've
your-
already paid
what are
for
your
parking,
thoughts?
that's-
Amethyst shouldn't have gone.
Ah.
You were?
Say what he said.
Amethyst
Yeah.
shouldn't have gone.
Oh, shouldn't have got. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say my thing. I agree that the show length is ridiculous, and they keep just making everything so short that you don't care. It's fine where it is. That's great. And yeah, the fact that we've done the reading challenge now, when there's like 13, 14 queens, we've got
Yeah.
one comment. Why are they
One
doing
read
stuff like
per
this?
sheet.
It's like they're
There
doing
was
it.
one read per queen.
It's like they're trying to do it to piss us off. I don't get any of the choices the producers are making. Like they seem to like
It's
not.
personal.
They don't get what makes the show popular, and they don't get what makes us look forward to stuff. So like, stop wasting the decent challenges. Also, this is the first season where I've really not liked Rue and Michelle. I actually find them really annoying as judges. They seem very disconnected. They have this weird thing where just Amethyst just always going to be in the bottom regardless. They keep putting through safe queens for no reason when they're not good. They have this thing about fucking Malaysia who just isn't good, and they just make out as if she's the second coming of drag. Like the whole thing is just off. There's something not right about it. Like it feels like it's contractual and they all had to do the season, but
there's
no
a-
one actually gives a shit about it.
There's a little
Including
drag race
producers.
season by numbers going
just-
on, I think.
It feels like no one gave a shit except the queens. Like the producers, Rue,
They'll
Michelle.
only care when they start taking the Emmys away. Let's
Well, I just don't
boycott
think they
this.
care.
Yeah,
That's
true,
nice.
true.
I hope they don't, because this is
Oh,
just.
God.
I would say this is season 1 doesn't count, but I feel like this is probably the worst season we've had.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, she gets excited. She does a little. Sorry, my dog too.
Focus.
Should we put the camera back
focus-
over here?
Let's focus on the screen.
You hate anything over it, don't you?
Oh my god.
It's just a bit weird. It's a bit candid camera.
That's not any. That was Grant.
I wish it was.
Chris?
No, I'm toothless.
Everybody toots.
I mean,
if
I
it
have
was
thoughts
me, I
about the
would have
runway,
said it.
but I
I've
wanna hold
tooted on
back until we
camera
get to that
several
point.
times.
I think there's not really much else to say about like. It's just such a.
See, it's like a really like, objectionable series. It just feels like they've just
Yeah,
made it
yeah,
really
that's it,
hard
that's it, that's it, that's
to
it.
be entertaining, and it's like they're doing it to sabotage it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think they've done it as a tester. They wanted to see if they could change it this much, and people wouldn't mind. But I mean, we do. And I think most people do. I don't really know anyone that's agreed that the 40-minute format is appropriate.
I think people have pointed out online, like previous seasons, like season 5 had like similar length episodes.
Yeah.
But they
They were
weren't.
all 40 minutes until like season 10. I think.
Yeah, but like the stories kind of unfurled a little bit better.
Mm.
There was a little bit more focus in each episode, whereas I
And
think,
there were fewer queens.
yeah,
Fewer queens.
And
I
why
think-
this season did they choose to have 16 queens and then shorten it? It's just
yeah.
Was it
so
16?
illogical. There were 16 queens to
Jesus
start with.
Christ.
Our number one follower has a question. Would you say we are fully past the peak of Drag Race?
Thing is, this feels
Well,
like
yeah.
it was the peak.
It's
I thought
14,
this was
18.
like the big season. That
I
was,
don't know if I agree that we just had the peak. I think the peak was a bit before that.
Mm.
I
It
think
was at least
14.
last year. We're not that
14
far.
was the peak.
We're not that far
What?
from the peak. But
Yeah,
it feels like
14.
we have just plummeted.
No.
Season
peak for me-
14 was epic.
No.
I think Drag Race has been coming
Season
down
9
for
has
a
been
couple
the
of years
peak.
now.
Yeah, like it's just every
I
week.
agree.
It's
I
just
think the earliest, I
Season
think we've
9
gone
was the
well
peak.
past
I think a lot of it gets disguised because the queens themselves are so talented.
Mhm.
So actually, we get these really golden moments of queens doing incredible stuff. But actually, from a production level,
Mhm.
like the storylines have been so weirdly handled recently, but especially this season, where
It's
like
gone downhill because
Yeah.
the Queen died.
Oh,
That's what
she
it
thinks.
is.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
The
Betty
queen.
holding it all together.
But even like Drag Race UK, which I love, that's not been great for a couple of seasons. Like season 3.
It was only good for season 2.
Season
though.
3 sucked because they
Yeah.
filmed it over a week, which was just again, why are they being cheap? They must make so much money out of this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Why are they throwing it away?
Less,
Keep it
like,
longer.
fewer seasons, better quality seasons.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we need.
It's saturated right now. They have so many different franchises. There's never a moment where there's no Drag Race going on. It doesn't give people the time to kind of reflect on the seasons they've just watched.
No.
And so
And
you
it
go
doesn't
in-
give time to the producers to actually put
Yeah.
something
Well,
of
exactly,
quality
yeah.
together.
They've got their own streaming platform. They literally made Wow Presents Plus for Drag Race, and then they put this thing of, oh, we can't have an hour-long episodes because it's on MTV. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I saw
you
somebody
have it on Wow, so you can have it for an hour.
Exactly.
That's the point.
I saw somebody do a really interesting takedown of this, which was sort of like especially the whole thing with like the idea of you watch Drag Race, then you watch Gays of WeHo, Friends of whatever that thing is, and then you watch Untucked. But like all of that is based on a model where you have a Sky subscription or whatever, and you watch,
Yeah.
you sit down and watch it all consecutively on a TV. Most people don't engage
People
with
over
No.
40, frankly.
Yeah, and most
Yeah.
people don't
Like that.
engage with it like this way. So actually, yeah, like if you're watching it on Wow Presents Plus or
No.
some version of a streaming service, yes, it can be an hour, and you're also probably not likely to then go and watch thingies of WeHo. Like,
I don't get it.
like
It's RuPaul
But
that
that's not
is RuPaul that lacking in money that he can't just stick it on Wow Presents.
No.
I don't get it. Like,
Yeah,
how rich do you need to be that you just throw away your biggest asset for a fucking
they're
gay
probably over
night
it.
on MTV?
They're over
Yeah,
it.
everybody's
They're
over it.
they're
Yeah.
getting
Just
money
don't
for one
fucking
more
do
season.
it.
I don't think really cares anymore. I think he's wanting to give it up for a little while now, but MTV.
Look,
does it in
my
a lump
thing is,
sum.
like, I know this is
Excuse me?
harsh. I know it's all completely subjective, but I'm just thinking, like, if it was an hour and they had, it wasn't feeling as tight for time, and maybe Rue and Michelle were more in it, do you think it would be like an amazing series, like some of the best, like 14 at night? I still don't think it would be, because I just don't think they're really like super.
Thing is, the challenges aren't cut down in terms of the time they've had to film it. We just show less of
No, I
it.
understand
So I
that,
kind of agree with you that I don't think we're missing magic.
That's what I'm saying, exactly.
We're
That's my
rushing.
whole point.
Like the
That's my whole point.
Reeds, we clearly heard the best,
Best ones, exactly.
and they
That's my
weren't
point.
good.
Exactly.
like Snatch Game.
And we saw
It
the
was rushed,
outfits.
but that wasn't a good.
We
Snatch
saw the
Game.
outfits. Well, like the only outfit I thought was like actually good was Lux's. He won. The others were kind of like all fine or poor.
Yeah,
But
I
even
like-
Lux's outfit didn't really fit the brief. I really felt that wasn't really in line with the
Yeah,
rest
fair,
of the
fair dues,
yeah.
fair dues. That's my whole point, though, right? Is like we're still seeing like probably the best and worst bits because they're the bits they're going to be showing.
Yeah.
Like again, Snatch Game. Like, was anyone like particularly amazing apart from maybe Lucy? As any outfit like the Beautiful Nightmares, we still saw all the outfits. So my point is like, of course, I think we'd have more of the idea of some of the queens if it was longer, but I still think cast is an issue this season. I think there's maybe some good queens, but there's just not enough like variety and interest there.
So it's like it's must be
variety.
it's when you cast it. Fair enough, you end up with maybe 16 queens you like, but the chemistry between them. I just think it's there's no fun. There just doesn't seem to be a lot of like genuinely like heartwarming, nice wins.
Yeah. And obviously we're only a few episodes in, so you can't always necessarily be right. But I can't necessarily see like I think I could maybe see 4 or 5 queens who I think will be the top. I can't see the rest of the queens getting there.
We've got to kind of wait now for weeks to get rid of like
That's my
Robin
ankle.
Fierce and like Aura Missouri and
Kurt
Sorry,
had
we
a
have-
few points.
Gonka.
Kurt said that season 14 should have been the first season on MTV. One of the season 14 queens said it because when they did the promo, it was on the background.
Well, what's that?
Well, that it wasn't because season 14 was great. I think it
Yeah,
would've been
exactly.
shorter.
Yeah.
They have released in the USA a fully drag race channel called Drag Universe.
Oh,
So that's probably how they show it there. Why can't they do that queer? I mean, here. Damn, Bob,
Brilliant.
those jeans making them calves pop.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh.
queen.
Bob doesn't need jeans to make the cast.
Snap.
How
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
The next comment says, how nice the bottom's on the floor, making room for everyone. How sweet.
I give up.
Honey, I don't see any queens here that are tops.
Do that again?
Definitely no tops.
That was a top move, yeah.
Is that about us or about the queens in the show?
us.
Oh.
Any
I'm
queens here
clearly a
now?
fucking top.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yes, it's the top.
So,
And Annie's absolutely.
No, I need to
like, Grant,
Annie's a chaotic bot.
Have you seen her like throwing her fanny around? I think she's a bottom.
Oh,
Case in point. That's in point.
Grant, who even made notes? Just like,
No, because the season I'm not particularly excited about. I'm not into enough to
I
make
don't even
notes.
think
if
it's
I'm
drag
honest.
race fatigue because there are other
No.
seasons that I watch and I'm interested.
I was
in.
excited for 15 because 14 I was so into. 14 was one of my favourite seasons.
14 was really
easily.
fun.
Like
Yeah.
feet, Annie.
They
I think-
fucked it.
I like
I'm hoping
Annie.
that they realise that they fucked it and go back to normal next year.
Yeah.
Let's watch something else.
Like that Real
Yeah.
Friends of WeHo is not going to get like.
Oh, no.
Let's watch Real Friends for
She's actually
No, we tried it. It's horrific.
It's boring.
It's horrific.
It's dull.
Well, especially because the irony being that many of them didn't actually know each other before they filmed.
Yeah.
So,
And it's weird that it's been put on and we get to just see loads of Todrick Hall, which Drag Race fans don't like because
Yeah.
he's annoying.
yeah.
So we're being sacrificing Drag Race to watch him
Yeah.
when he's deeply unpopular.
It's basically like his redemption, I guess, isn't it? Maybe.
Should we do our own reality show?
Yeah.
Not
Derek,
just
can
like
you
that.
follow us around with the camera? please?
Kurt said, yeah, as you know, I don't watch the
City
USA season. I'm just here to read you all and show Chris some love. I don't think you show Chris love, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Bottom shaming.
Yeah.
Bottom show.
Of which I am not exclusively bottom.
Anyway,
Let's stick it in sometimes.
runways.
Yeah,
Reeds are
all coming
Reeds
out.
aren't worth talking about.
No, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I like,
Apart from
I like
the Malaysia Airlines one was good.
Malaysia's, yeah,
That was pretty
Lucy's
good.
nice.
These are the
Oh, there was the Selena one that I liked as well.
Yeah,
Have you
Lucy-
seen that one?
Lucy was
What
the-
was the
Lucy
reference?
was
Selena's a singer from.
You don't even
Don't
know.
point at me.
Jessica, you would
Don't
know.
point at me.
Yeah, but you do know.
I don't know.
Don't pretend you don't know. You
I
laughed at the
don't
chat.
know because I know Selena.
Go on then.
You don't know what she's from.
I was supposed to.
I don't
Go
I just know
She-
from
she's
just
called
knowing
Selena.
pop
She was
culture
a singer in the 90s that got shot
by
by
Yolanda.
her like fan club lead manager
Yeah.
called Yolanda. She shot her
That's
because she
like
was
film
stealing
with
money
Jennifer
from her.
Lopez.
Yolanda.
It like propelled her career.
Yeah, Yolanda was stealing money from Selena. Selena confronted her, so she just shot her.
Well,
So
she
I'm
was
not
also like
listening.
a
I'm not
business
listening.
man.
Yeah.
Our number one viewer is leaving. He's going to talk to his BF. Is this?
Can you throw it on the bin?
Anyway,
please?
none of us are really focused on this. Should we just wrap this up?
Can we just
Runway.
Runway. I mentioned this point.
Go on.
That what's her name? Baby doll Fox.
Malaysia.
Malaysia Baby Doll
Fucking hell,
Fox.
it was so shit.
We were all commenting
was-
on how awful
Oh my
the
days.
the stitch was. And then all the
that
other
was
queens
weird.
looked like.
I'm sorry, but like, you're gonna make a point of Amethyst about her nose contouring, but you're not gonna mention that Mistress's was lighter than
Yeah.
Yeah,
Light.
terrible.
Yeah.
just
Had a moustache.
yeah.
Yeah,
Malaysia's like fucking makeup was all busted.
It's,
What
it's
the
like- it's
hell?
the judging. The judging is so unfair and inconsistent in this.
And where are Marsha's fucking lashes? I can't
and
anymore.
padding.
Yeah, I'm
But,
padding.
but I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the thing that
Lux didn't have.
I think maybe that's also part of the thing that feels a bit
She
off
has
this
checked
season.
it.
It's like obviously production's always been there. It's always been a bit of a thing, and sometimes it's a bit more naked than other times. This season feels so overt that like
Yeah.
oh look, Sugar Spice in the bottom two when Aura Miari was also shit. Then
It's all for
this
controversy.
this whole like now Malaysia is being like told that she's a seamstress, she's a model, she looks like Linda Evangelista, and then obviously all the queens are like what? And like and all of this basically to what like justify keeping Malaysia another week.
Yeah.
The production feels so naked in this, and I think because it's only 40 minutes in an hour-long episode, you can let storylines breathe. You can add a little bit more context into it. Whereas I think in a shorter episode, production has to get to the point of the story. You have to be like, right, you say this thing, someone's like, oh my god, you're such a bitch, and then you're lip syncing against each other. Like there has to, you know.
It feels disconnected. I just feel very unconnected to the judges. It's like I'm watching and seeing a different group of girls. Like they sent home so many people for safe. Where it's like clearly Amethyst wasn't that bad. She came out and it was like, oh, that's good, that's serviceable. But in my back of my mind, I'm like, they're going to put her in the bottom two because they just will.
But like,
because there's a thing with Amethyst where they just seem to want to put her in the bottom two.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I agree, but I don't.
She's one of the only interesting queens on it.
I don't know. I don't think we're missing out on magic. I don't think if she stayed in the competition, there'd be a moment where you're like, oh, she's done this amazing thing.
Amethyst?
She's like,
She's
I
been
thought
like,
she didn't get a chance. She got
She
demoralised
got a
and
good few
beaten down and
episodes.
bullied.
And the thing is,
Humiliated.
she listened to their critique. She changed her makeup on request. She grew with what the judges' critiques were.
she said she
Yeah,
can't
they
say
don't-
that was not a bad outfit for someone who can't
Oh my
say.
god, like it was better than Malaysia. I'm sorry.
And that's the thing, Malaysia didn't even get saved. She got top, like one of the top three. They were like, you're amazing.
this is what I mean.
Janelle Monáe was like, oh my god, you're so good. Can't believe you haven't sewn
This is,
before.
I do agree, but what I'm saying is like,
the detailing of Malaysia's outfit, but that was about it. Like the
this is something a bit
everything
different.
else.
But like,
the concept.
but my point is like, if this was like the top five, I'd agree that like this conversation is worth having. But like, this is still like the 15th Queen hour or something. Like, it's just not like these aren't the top of the cream of the crop.
Who
Like,
would we
she
see
would have
was
been
gonna
out
be-
a few episodes time.
True.
That
Who do you
famous
think
cream
was-
of the crop.
I don't think they will because they seem to think she's the
crop of the
fucking
cream.
amazing. Since the beginning, they thought Malaysia's the most amazing queen.
I know,
They just
just-
don't get it.
A lot of the, but that's the thing. They're all kind of like middling to me. I don't think there's any like amazing queens or terrible queens necessarily.
Unless we
I
do
still-
just
I
halfway
still-
through and
exactly.
we get more time.
I still feel like we just don't know the queens yet because this episode was the first time we actually had some conversation in the workroom.
I like
It was nice, yeah.
That was the most interesting. That's the most
Yeah,
interesting one.
Jackson's outfit was really good. It was one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
also in the bottom.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there was.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at the ones that were safe, it's just baffling
Rue,
to
you
me. I
learn
don't
a
know.
few things.
It's like in their first episode where they were like, they just rewarded all the queens that did boring generic shit,
Yeah.
and then put all the ones in the bottom who took a risk.
But my point
Try to be
but it's
interesting.
still the same thing though, where it's like if I don't disagree with you, but again, if they'd like taken the risk of outstanding and amazing, then I would like be fully pushing it hard kind of thing. But hey, that's my point. But like, no, I don't know. It's just I don't think there's anything that's worth like getting super passionate
Yes.
about or fighting for at the moment.
Who do we think is going to be top 4, 5? Like, who's going to be there at the end?
Amethyst.
Mistress
She's
Elizabeth.
coming back. She's coming back.
It's probably well to be fair.
Mistress is Bob Ricks,
Lucy Lulu.
Sasha Colby,
Lux.
Xenophobic.
Lux,
Yeah.
and
Lux, and
wow.
maybe Lucy DeLuca.
Anita.
I want a bit of a
I don't really care about any of those.
Anitra?
Anitra maybe.
No, do we not care? I mean, do you not care about any of those because you just don't know the queens yet?
Maybe, but I'm not.
I
Like,
feel
but
like
like we said earlier, though, like
I still
we're
think
still
it could
seeing,
be
we're still
season
seeing like
13.
their shining moments and any like humiliating
But I
moments.
think maybe we underestimate how much knowing the queens more helps
Yeah.
in the way
That's
you
maybe,
view
maybe.
their
Like
their
season
shows.
13, I know you said you liked a few of them, but season 13, I hated it until it got to about like episode 6,
Yeah.
episode 7.
Mm.
Then it was like, now if there's enough of them, I can kind of focus on it.
Maybe.
I hated that season. It went on.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many weeks it felt?
Yeah,
like
no.
everyone
Oh,
was
I know.
eliminated?
I
It
know.
was that like first.
I didn't like 13.
It was like the COVID season,
Yeah,
the
exactly,
longest lockdown, and it just
Yeah.
went on for like
Forever.
6 months.
Yeah.
And it was so long. But I remember suddenly being like, "Oh, I kind of give a shit."
We need
Mm.
time with the queens in order to care, and
Yeah.
we're not getting that.
Well, there's what,
Yeah,
like,
and
12
production to
queens
kind of
still,
step back a little. Like this, the queens can kind of tell their own stories a lot of the time.
Exactly.
I want like 2 or 3 out like in 1 week. Just make it interesting. Just get rid of
Yeah.
3
Mm.
and just get it down to like
That's
10. so
another
we
point
can-
actually. Like a lot of other seasons, there's been some sort of other twist or something going on, like the chocolate bars, like a game within a game, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's always like something else going on. But this season is just a bit again like dragged by numbers, like drag race by
And not
numbers.
even
I
that.
think
There's
it was
not as
16
no
queens.
twist, but
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
getting rid of all the stuff that's like pillars of drag race,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
things
yeah.
we love.
Also, the thing that
They're just
annoys
throwing it
me
away.
is season 15. Just have 15 queens. I don't know. It like, just really annoys me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
make the numbers
sure,
the
yeah.
same.
This is like Viva Forever, the Spice Girls musical, when there were like 4 of them in the girl band, not 5.
Viva
Like,
Forever.
the Spice Girls had 5.
Kurt said, "Do you think they
Don't
do
know
like
about
they
these
did to
things.
Eureka and push a larger person to the end and crown one?"
Mm.
I don't know Eureka.
Next, they're not like there's no one's on Eureka's level.
But in fact,
Yeah.
Mistress is getting a lot of like confessional time.
She's
We're getting to know her.
I
She's
think
fine.
I think she's quite good.
She's not
she's
amazing,
interesting.
though.
not a
Like,
drag, but like as a person.
As a person, I
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
like
yeah.
her.
What, Eureka?
No, Mistress.
Oh, Mistress is.
She's one of the more
She's
entertaining ones,
entertaining.
but she's not like her.
And she's seasoned. She knows what's expected of her. I think it's still I wish Michelle was saying the thing that she usually says is like, I know you can do better, because I feel like Mistress can do better.
Mm.
But yeah, I feel like she could
I just think I'm kind of upset they got rid of Irene as well, just because again it'd be more
Yeah.
interesting TV. Like
Yeah.
I really
Mistress
liked
is,
her. I think
Yeah.
every elimination has been a bad decision.
Yeah,
Like,
the
Yeah.
twins went too early, and I wasn't mad on the twins, but like, why would you
Nobody
go
wanted
to the trouble of casting twins and then just get rid of one of them?
I know.
3
and
weeks
get rid of
in?
the better one.
No, you got rid of Amethyst, who I think, regardless of whether we think she's amazing, I still think
I
she's
think Spice is
interesting
more
yeah.
charismatic.
and she's likable and she has a good look.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit about
She
like
listens
at
to
least
the
6 of these queens?
And
They're generic
equally,
as fuck.
Aura Miari is still there.
Yeah, honestly,
No.
some people there, I'm like, who?
Robin Fierce, come on, like, what has she done?
Wasn't she good this episode though?
not really. No.
She wore a good outfit.
They've
I
gone back
think
to
it's
early
right.
season
It's
Drag
alright.
Race and have less twists.
Well, yeah, like go back to basics. That's what I'm saying. Like they haven't even the basics. They're fucking it up.
Yeah,
Because we
yeah,
didn't need to have the reading challenge this early on. It
Yeah.
doesn't make good TV.
No.
Having Snatch Game this early on didn't do anything for us.
yeah.
It didn't make anything better.
Why do we have like 6 queens from the same fucking town? as well?
Connecticut.
I know, they're all from
Yeah.
Connecticut. Connecticut's
I
fault.
think Connecticut is ruining
I'm
drag.
not
I
happy.
Yeah.
said it, you
Ow.
heard it hit
Yeah.
first.
It's just done fucked up.
Kind of
I
just-
think you might Connecticut at the docks, and then you'll see that. You know, that's,
No, see what? Sorry.
I think they should connect it.
I heard that bit, but then what?
and see why this season's lackluster.
Okay, I'll consider doing that.
Janelle Monáe or like Janelle
Me.
Monáe.
Me.
Oh no, you can't.
They should-
love
Do
Do you not think they should cut a few queens?
Oh, there we go.
I feel like there are a bunch of kinetic cunts.
Right, should we end the stream then?
Yes, on that note. Let's say something. Wait, we fucking like did nothing but complain.
I want a
about
good
what-
fucking episode where we can talk positive. about it.
Yes,
And
but
do
And it could
CUNTs.
still happen. It absolutely could
it
still
could
happen.
still happen. But
God.
should we recommend something positive or say something positive to sort of turn it around?
Say something
Should we
positive.
do recommendations?
Get a dog.
Don't get it though.
This
Okay,
season
dog.
will one day be over. That's my positive
Oh my
statement.
days, that was her butthole. All right, Darren, what do you recommend? It doesn't have to be.
Happy Valley.
No, you've done that every
Ah,
week.
yes, I love
You've done that every
it.
day.
The Traitors UK version.
Did that last
We've
week.
done that last week as well.
Happy Valley.
Okay.
Mine's that song.
Happy Valley UK
You know
version.
what?
That song I sent today. What's it called?
Oh my god.
Calm down.
By who?
Everybody knows that song.
I know it's so good
Everybody
though.
has heard it.
If you've not heard it,
It's
it's
a
so
tune.
good.
What do you mean
It's so good.
everybody
I know.
actually has
Alexis,
heard
like,
it?
Bob, listen to it. It's so
It's
good.
It's literally the soundtrack to
Selena
every
Gomez.
TikTok.
I know, but I didn't know it. I didn't look on TikTok. Yeah, but who's that one who's not
Alexa,
Selena Gomez?
Rima, remember?
Rema?
It's
Rimmer?
Calm Down
Rimmer.
by Rima.
Yeah.
Rema, yeah. Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
so
It's
good.
It's that song, baby, calm down, calm down. Da, 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 da,
That's really not the
calm
one.
That's
down,
not the one.
That's not the one
calm
yet.
down.
That's not it.
That's not it. Do you listen to the
No.
link? I said.
Yes.
That's not it.
Yes,
That's
it
not the
is.
song.
Absolutely genuinely not the song.
Oh my god, I'm
I
just
like the song we
singing it.
listened to.
Baby, calm down.
Amethyst.
Calm down.
Absolutely not.
Selena Gomez and
Yes, I'm singing the fucking song. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely
Wrong
not singing the
key,
song
maybe?
then, yeah.
Maybe the wrong key. I'm sorry.
Well, what's your recommendation?
That song.
Fucking get better ears.
No, you can't play that
Stop it.
I recommend Xanax for your dogs today.
Xanax.
Xanax.
Is that a tissue?
Xanax.
Xanax exchange.
I don't know. I have nothing to
Xanax.
recommend. Get a job. Wash your dishes.
Well, be positive.
Like, yeah, I have two
Your YouTube channel.
two recommendations.
Oh yes, I recommend.
Oh, yeah.
I recommend.
Nancy Boys.
Oh yeah, do that first then.
Okay, I recommend the Nancy Boys YouTube horror
Yay.
film review channel with your own Daniel Clay.
Yeah, I've got 2 whole videos up already.
I
What's your good video?
No exit. It
Oh,
wasn't very good. You downloaded it for me last week.
I watched it, yeah.
Sure.
I need to watch it first.
Did I hate it? I have a YouTube channel called Nancy Boys UK. I think it's called if you search for it. But yeah, it's supposed to be horror reviews, and we're doing a little horror film location trip in a few weeks.
Going to
Which
Wheels.
is very exciting. We're going
Where
to
you gonna go?
Wheels.
Where you gonna go?
We won't spoil it. We'll come
Where
on
you
to
gonna
it.
go?
My actual recommendation is I've got on a show. Can we start from it? Can we have some fire? For my special
Take a Xanax.
Now you know how I feel.
So I have Apple TV. I've got a little trial, and I started watching Bad Sisters last night. And I ended up watching it for 4 hours.
What is it?
Really fucking good. So it's about a group of sisters in Ireland. One of them is married to this guy who's the most obnoxiously fucking horrible character. They've written him so well because I fucking hate him. And they decide between them they're going to kill him because he's just such a prick.
Oh, cool.
And they call him the prick.
Yeah.
And every episode they keep trying to kill him in different ways, and it's not quite.
Oh, it sounds a little bit like Kevin can fuck himself.
It's
And
similar,
it's-
actually.
Which is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
terrible
yeah.
show. Absolutely
What?
So good.
Why are you with him?
I don't know.
Get rid of
You
it.
didn't say that the other day.
In
You
the
didn't say that
bin.
the other day.
In the bin.
You said you thought it was pretty good.
I thought it's got a good element, like the dark side, but the rest is like it's just a stupid American show. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not
Her
right.
bum's more interesting.
Oh.
So anyway, it's called Bad Sisters on Apple TV. It's very good.
All right, Chris.
There you go.
God, I don't really.
Oh, Kurt said we should stop shouting.
I don't really have any recommendations this week.
Great, Bob.
I am now on to Traitors Australia.
We started it as well.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
good
episode.
fun.
Is
Yeah,
it called Trailers?
It is, yeah, genuinely is, yeah.
Nor.
It genuinely is very that energy.
Nor.
This is one of like very tight poems as well.
Yeah, there's
Did you say?
I don't want to.
Quite tight.
I don't want to ruin it, but there's a psychic,
Don't say anything, yeah.
and she is incredible.
Bad?
But yeah, it's kind of fun. I was ill, so I've just been watching like absolute shite that is easy to watch. And so the Traitors has been very good for that. The US is fun too, if not just because there's a woman at one point who just really wants to leave and is there for way too long.
But we're going to start the US one, but it's literally exactly the same format as the UK.
Oh, it is same challenges.
Same house, same challenges, same like.
Although it's kind of,
the same.
and it's weird because some of the people are celebrities and some of them aren't.
Yeah, some of like former
I like
reality
that.
stars.
Yeah, so
Oh.
one guy was on The
Existing.
Bachelor, one guy, somebody was on the.
Oh,
But
On
no one would know.
Silly.
No,
That's
yeah,
very
like
rude.
US.
It's like stick a drag race queen in there for fun. Come on.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
US cities.
They have Alaska, haven't they? Not in this, not the Traitors, but it's like Alaska, like in
Kurt, Kurt has a question.
Yes.
He hasn't asked it yet, so.
Oh.
Oh.
Come on, Kat, hurry up.
Kurt, we need to go now.
Can I recommend?
You've not
Wait for Kat's question. We're very
Well, I
excited.
recommended Nancy Boys, and also, I mean, a new season of Severance is coming soon. So if you haven't like binged,
Also on Apple TV, right?
yes, if you haven't binged the first season, I would say it's
Severance,
so
yeah,
good
love
for like
Severance.
binging as well.
When's
It's
it
really
start?
good. And one of the best season endings of last year.
Yeah, when does
so-
it start though?
Sometime this year.
Kurt's question's up.
Oh yeah.
How do you all look the same after so many years? I feel like I've changed so much face-wise, and you all look the same over 4.5 years. Oh, you all look the same over the 4.5 years.
It's the
Thank
drugs.
you.
Some facial.
I've gone from looking like nothing to something.
Yeah, well done.
Aw,
You
that's
tried your
very
best.
sweet.
You girls keep me young.
Yeah, exactly.
How long
Let's
have
do
we
one
been
positive
streaming for?
thing.
Like,
Since season 7.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
So
his
the secret
first
is
season.
drinking
No.
water, taking
When's
I didn't
vitamins,
stream
In the
and,
Drag Race
Dripping
Cup.
on
And
toast
you
for
did.
breakfast,
You
lunch,
did.
and dinner.
I didn't even watch season 7 with you.
and
The
having a
first
dog.
season of Drag Race I
I must
watched
have been under the
live
palm tree.
was
back then.
season 9.
Yeah.
How long have we been
'Cause it
friends?
was like-
10 years.
Mine was 8.
Yeah, season 8 was on some
Yeah.
weird channel in the
Well,
UK.
mine
Yeah,
is.
actually.
Yeah,
Wanna wrap
10
up
years.
the
And
show?
it wasn't
No,
on.
look at that. I was like 22, 23.
And he's back.
Yeah, and I'm 33. 10 years. Yeah,
10 years.
yeah.
Am I the longest from here or no?
From here?
Yeah.
No, that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like next week. It's Thursday.
What?
It's this week.
What this week?
It's our birthdays on Thursday.
no, we're saying
How long we've been friends?
I've
for?
known you the
Oh,
longest.
My
And then
birthday's
the
on
other
Thursday,
thing,
everyone.
Thank you for that.
What's that?
That's her
Oh god, I
recommendation.
hate it when people ask me how
Oh
old I
my
am.
god.
Oh. No, February 82.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Sorry.
Bye, Kurt.
Like
Say bye, Symbol. Bye.
So, no,
Bye.
I need to do this running to get
Go on.
onto